Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, my name is Coach D. Everybody calls me the Wild Man, and welcome to my introduction to Fight Camp Promotion video blog series. Um, what we're going to be doing is talking about how to help combat athletes improve in this sport and learning how to brand themselves, have better conversations, kind of get known in the sport, and be successful at the athletic sport they choose, whether it be wrestling, kickboxing, MMA, boxing, you name it, whatever sport you fall under, it still follows certain rules of growth. Which, when how you want to learn how to be successful, you have to learn what it takes to be successful. So you're going to see many interviews and conversations from managers, pro athletes, sponsors, vendors, businesses. So you're going to see me have a lot of interviews talking about what they look for when it comes to going, hey, I want somebody to represent us when it comes to the sport that we're going to follow. So there's a lot of confusion of what makes a athlete successful. So whether they're sponsored by a big name like Nike, Adidas, one of those, Under Armour, all those big names that can throw tons of money at you being successful, or that mom and pop shop that you go to visit every day, you eat there, you buy your drinks there, or whatever it is, and they can throw, a couple $100 at you to kind of keep you going, maybe buy you a t-shirt or things like that to kind of help you keep going, put gas in your car, whatever it takes. So there's levels of growth when it comes to being supported and being backed. So as a combat athlete, you have to learn all those subtle nuances that kind of get you in that spotlight. Because if you're not in that spotlight, people don't see you. So if you're not having conversations, if you're not doing, vlog videos, if you're not talking about who you are and what you do, if you're not showing yourself training, if you're not doing, all these things that get you recognized, you're kind of missing the boat. So what I'm going to do is kind of break some things down. So like I said, have basic conversations and just basically talk about how to be successful. Now, I've been doing this since 2009, and I've covered so many aspects of broadcasting when it comes to taking a video and broadcasting it to the world so everybody can see who you are and what you do. Now, my platform, as people know me, they call me Coach D the Wild Man, because I kind of come at you pretty aggressive. I ask the hard questions, I get awareness to whatever the topic is in a loud, voiced, crazy manner. So that's me when I'm doing my own thing, talking to fighters and having fun. But with Fight Camp Promotion, I help promote the art of combat sports. So I'm talking about it on so many other levels to help people understand our sport's growing. You know what I'm saying? So there's many platforms that you can be a part of to help you as the athlete continue to grow in this sport. So if you're not learning these things, you're really missing the boat. So let me start with this. Number one, skill does not matter. It's important, but it's not the sole grasp of how fans understand you. Okay? Because if you're watching a MMA event like UFC, Bellator, you name it, so on and so forth, everybody on that card is fighting. Or if you're watching a wrestling event or a boxing event or whatever you're watching, everybody who's on that card, is in that bracket, is all doing the same thing. So how is somebody watching it can recognize you from anybody else? They may recognize your face, but how are they going, ooh, I got to just watch that person? Or are they watching all the opponents, all the athletes? So how are you standing out differently than anybody else? So if I'm flipping through the channels and I happen to stop on a particular MMA event, am I going, ooh, I can't wait to see so-and-so fight? So that's not what they're saying. They go, ooh, this looks like it's going to be a great card. I can't wait to watch this card. So how are you standing out as the one person that they're looking to see and they want to follow before, during, and after your match, or after your event, or after whatever you're doing? You see, that's what it means by branding yourself and marketing yourself so somebody's following your success. If you're not trying to put yourself out there so people follow you and talk with you after you fight, that's the difference between only follow you when you fight. So when you're done fighting, they're not following you no more, or they're not following wherever you're going. So that's the difference. So first of all, once you establish yourself that this is the sport I'm going to do, I'm going to get good at it, and I want people to follow me as I get good at it, you have to start telling your story. So number one thing, tell your story of who you are and what you do in the sport that you so choose. So you're going, hey, my name is so-and-so, this is my journey, and this is why I want you to support and to follow me. Start there. You know what I'm saying? Then starting there, kind of bring people into your life as a family person. You know, you at the gym, what type of things you like to do, along with being a fighter. If you just make it just about fighting, there's hundreds of videos just about fighting. But we're in the world of reality where people want to understand who you are, not always what you do. They already know what you do. If you punch people for a living, after the first punch, they know what you do. So where is the, okay, well, what else you got? Without that, you're missing the mark. Tell your story. Learn how to fight, tell your story. Or whatever you're doing combat sports-wise, then tell your story. Third, be interesting. Sports are sports. You know, if you're the fastest guy on the planet, we got it. If you're the strongest guy on the planet, we got it. If you're the hardest hitting person on the planet, we got it. You know what I'm saying? So once you get past that, there should be more. Okay? Can you talk? You know, are you funny? Do you tell jokes? Whatever you do, let it be a part of who you are. That's developing your brand. You have to be interesting for people to want to follow past your sports. I said it again, so I'm just emphasizing. Be interesting past your sport. Okay? Let's continue. You have to fit into a mold of what people are interested in. Now, there's many levels. There's funny, there is drama, there is extreme excitement. There's many levels. Now, me, I'm aggressive. I talk a lot of junk. I throw a lot of jokes. There's many ways of people going, okay, Coach D is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see what he's going to say next. That's my hook. People are wondering what's going to be happening next. But if you just want to be a sports athlete, you have to fit a mold that moms and pops want to follow. Because the majority of your fan base and your sponsor base and your interest, it's going to be, can I put you on my website? Can I put you on my Facebook page? Can I share you to my friends? Will my business partners want to see what you're doing? Now, if the answer is no, because you don't fit a certain image, which means you're always mean mugging somebody, you ain't never smiling, you know, you're always cussing, which I gotta slow down on. I'm a victim of that. You're never in any kind of area of pleasantry to where it's shareable. You're always in some kind of extreme situation that nobody really wants to see. Okay, the sport is the sport. Okay, that's only a small window. So if they're only seeing you there, you're gonna blend in with everybody else. If you don't stand out in something else, it's hard for everybody to go, oh, great, I want to have this person on my page. I want to show somebody this video. I want to show them what they're doing. I want to help them tell their story. If you're not covering these things, then you're missing the mark. Okay? Fourth, look like somebody. Okay? If you always looking hardcore, you don't never do your hair, you don't always wear nice clothes, you don't always present yourself in a pleasant manner, where do you fit in that? People say, I'm going to be who I'm going to be. That's great. Be who you're going to be, but hopefully somebody likes it. Okay? If nobody likes you being who you're going to be, then what you going to do with it? How are you going to grow it? You got to hope somebody takes a chance on you, but they got to take a chance on you. So let's look at rappers. Okay? You always see hardcore rappers. They're all tatted up. They got all this look, this image. that image that they're representing, people actually want to see it. And on top of that, they can rap. So they'll listen to the music while they're watching the video. Okay, there's two folds. So if they just had a hardcore look, but their rap music wasn't very interesting, probably nobody would really follow them past a certain point. Unless they're very attractive, which is, are you attractive? Do you fit a mold of imagery? Like you look at female fighters, if they're in great shape, that's marketable on many levels past fighting. Look at Paige Van Zandt, Michelle Waters, or even Ronda Rousey, all these ones who look great, they had a marketing outside of just being able to fight. So do you fit an image mold of attraction that people can be a part of? Okay, now that's all the physical aspects of this conversation. Now from there, you got to get involved with things that people can utilize to be successful with you, because it's still a business. If I'm sponsoring you, I got to get something back by sponsoring you. Okay, so you look at promotions. If they put you on a card, they're trying to sell tickets to make money off you being on a card. So if they're going to pay you a certain amount of money, but we can't get this back in a certain amount of tickets, you're not really all that valuable. Okay? So look at it that way whenever you're making a decision on what you want to do. And you got to be a part of programs that help you get there. It can't be all just about you. I'm going to wait till somebody wants me. Nobody may not want you unless you understand that you're giving something back to them. It's always what's in it for me. So just like you're saying what's in it for me, they're saying the same thing. What's in it for them? If there's one of you, there's 50 of you. There's 100 of you. Okay? So you got to stand out in a way that makes you more valuable than the next guy who's doing the same thing that you're doing. Okay? So let's dial it again. So I'm going to cover some things to look at. Sponsorships. When somebody wants to sponsor you, they're sponsoring you because they're trying to say, okay, me sponsoring you, your exposure gets people to look at my product or whatever I have, whether it be a store, a t-shirt, an affiliate program, or whatever it is. They're using you as the face of that product. So if you're not wearing that product and you're not out there in the public face, on public social media talking about you and wearing that product, you're of no value. Okay? So if you're not constantly wearing that shirt, talking about that product, talking about whatever you're doing in that shirt, you have no use. So 24/7, who's ever sponsoring you, you're clocking in wearing that product. If you're not wearing that product, so sorry for you. They're not going to see a long-term success in you. Okay? So whether it be in the cage, out of the cage, that sponsor is looking for you to sell their product or whatever the case may be. Okay? Being a brand ambassador is kind of like having a sponsor, but now you're kind of your own boss, which means you're taking a product that you're going to wear and it's up to you to market that product so people are clicking back on whatever that product comes from. So if you're a brand ambassador, you're selling whatever it is, whether you're talking about a drink you like, whether you're wearing a t-shirt, whether you're talking about an exercise piece of equipment, whatever it is, that's what you're marketing for yourself. And by then, whenever somebody buys a product because of you, you get a piece of that product. See what I'm saying? So sponsorships and brand ambassador are very similar. Now, you can't be a great person that somebody wants to donate some money to you to help you succeed. So having a GoFundMe page or a Patreon page or something where somebody can donate something to you to help you succeed, you already have to be a very popular person that somebody supports for that to happen. So if you just put it up and nobody's really following you, you may not get a lot of support. So being out there, being seen, being heard, like a lot of people hear me say, is part of your success as a marketable product. Because quote unquote, you are a product. Somebody wants to go, I want to be successful off of you. And in them being successful, you're successful. So it goes hand in hand. Never think you're more important than the person that wants to sponsor you. Because once you start thinking that, that's when you miss the mark of how to be successful. Okay? Like I said, create your own t-shirts. If you don't want to be sponsored by anybody, you want to do your own product, yeah, create your own t-shirt, but you still got to market it. You have to set up your own websites, promote your own page, you wear your own products, and spend money to get it done. So you can be very independent. Just be a good business person in being independent. So if you're not very good at all that stuff, you're going to have to partner up with somebody that gets it done because they're taking the majority of the risk. So it's going to be like freaking 75-25 or something like that, maybe 70-30, maybe I doubt 50-50 depending on if you're good, if you got a lot of fans and they see that it's worth it, then it could be 50-50, but that's rare. Okay? So, like I said, affiliate marketing, if you want to find a way to build your own platform, learn how to affiliate market, which means you have your own page and you're marketing products on your page that you yourself feel are worth other people knowing about. Okay? It's another way of being an online business person that way you can generate revenue to support your career. Okay, so like I said, there is many ways to be successful as a combat sports athlete. You just have to start learning how to do it. And Fight Camp Promotion, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach you how to do it. So you're going to have articles on my page. You're going to see help tips. You're going to see product that I support that you may want to support. I'm going to do training tips. And also, as a coach, I'm going to have areas that can help you specifically. So I'll have virtual personal training. I'm going to have, teaching you how to eat, teaching you how to exercise, things like that, along with everything else. Because if you're not getting it from somewhere, you're missing the mark. You may not know everything, so you may need additional help. And that's what Fight Camp Promotion is doing, is help you promote yourself moving forward. So that's the goal for 2019, is to get more in teaching people how to be more successful. Because one thing 2018 has taught me is that a lot of people are still coming up short, and they shouldn't, not in this high technical age of being able to reach everybody and make connections. A lot of connections still aren't being made. A lot of partnerships aren't being made. A lot of people aren't reaching the level of success through partnerships that they should have. So look forward to what this is my first episode. I'm gonna have a lot more coming out on a regular basis, maybe once a week, if not more, so you can see exactly how to be successful in the sport as a combat athlete on many platforms. So stay tuned to what I'm going to be doing next. You're going to have a lot more fun. Trust me, it's needed, and I will be the one to help you get there. So this is Coach D, Fight Camp Promotion. Till you hear from me again, peace out.